And welcome back, everybody. Please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get started in with the new video. Alright, so let's get started. Today we're using the Eco Resin casting powder. This one is actually a really good brand. Found it on Amazon. I'll make sure I link that in the description below for you. The Eco Resin brand is kind of like Plaster of Paris, which I used to use a lot. This stuff, if it's your first time using it, you want to do 10 ounces of powder to 3 ounces of water. But since I've used this stuff quite a bit, I just kind of eyeball it. When you're mixing it, you want your mixture to have like a pancake batter feel to it. That's when you know it's ready to go. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. It was a very long week for me. And I really appreciate everybody's patience waiting for me to get these new videos out. I'll definitely have to put a vlog up explaining, everything that went on. Just making sure that powder gets settled in there. If you have a favorite brand of the Eco Resin powder, let me know in the comments what your favorite brand is. I'm really looking forward to trying new brands. Always on the lookout for new stuff. And one of the things I like about this powder is you can add colorant to it in different mica powders, and you can change the way it looks. Like this one here, I'm going to add my Primrose Purple. And as y'all know, I don't measure. And then we're going to add some of that Crystal Blue Pearl. Give it a shimmery look. And we're going to add the Violet Pearl as well. I definitely like adding colors to stuff. Makes it pretty. Drop those in there. And while I was digging around, I actually found some of my glitter flakes. So we're going to add those in there too. I did discover that the glitter flakes don't really show with the Eco powder. So if you want to leave that out, you go right ahead. They're great for resin itself, but not so great for the powder. We're just going to mix all that up, making sure we're getting it all incorporated in there. It didn't quite have the dark look I was looking for. Let me move that camera up so you can see better. See, it's like a light purple, but it's not quite the purple I was going for. So I'm going to add some more of the mica powder to it. And we're going to stir that all up. I was trying not to make a mess during all this, but let me tell you, a mess just seems to follow me wherever I go. It happens. Yep, see, that powder just wanted to fly right out of the container. Whoop. Alright, we're going to add some water. You want to add a good bit of water though, because that powder will really just soak it right up. And as you can see, I didn't add quite enough water here, so I'm going to add a little more. Get that all nice and stirred. You don't want it clumpy, you want it smooth. And this you can mix faster than you do your resin. It's perfectly okay. You'll get some bubbles, but as long as you pay attention to them in the mold and pop them, you should be good. This stuff is definitely more user-friendly. So if you have kids that are interested in learning resin, start them with this. This is definitely more user-friendly. And we're going to bring all those bubbles to the surface and pour it into our mold. Make sure that mold gets filled all the way up. Scrape every bit of that out of the container. You guys must hear me say that at least 10 times each video. Alright, I'm going to shake those sides a little bit, make sure the bubbles come out. Apparently I had a piece of resin stuck in the mold. And then I'm going to go around the sides with the toothpick to get all the air bubbles out of there. And there we go. I'm going to clean up a little bit because I've got a mess. We're going to work on some of these flowers that I have with some UV resin. I'm creating multiple things today. I'm going through and picking out which alcohol inks I wanted to use in these flowers. So we're going to use a little yellow in this one. And then a little of that red orange. Oh, never mind, it's not open. Best way to open these is with a push pin, but be careful, you can jab yourself with that push pin. It will hurt. I won't tell you how many times I've done that. I'm going to add some red to the rose. In hindsight, I added a little bit too much red. Add some purple. One thing I've definitely learned is alcohol inks go a long way. You only need a little bit. And we're cleaning again. Add some blue. Thought I had more blue in that bottle. Apparently I didn't. Find a different blue. And add some more into there. Then we're going to pour in some of that UV resin. And once again, you're going to see me holding different brands of bottles because I was really running low on my UV resin. Definitely time to get some more. I'm also curious on what your guys' favorite UV resin is. So far, I'm really loving this, the Hey Clear brand. I've heard a lot of talk about, wow, I totally just spaced on the name. The Let's Resin, that one, yep. I've heard a lot of good things about that brand, but I haven't tried it yet. If you guys have any recommendations, definitely let me know in the comments, because I am on the lookout for some more UV resin. Now, since I did those four with the alcohol inks first and then put the resin on top, these last two I am doing the resin first and then the alcohol inks on top of that. I want to see if it gives us a different look. And that's another bottle that wasn't open yet. I love the way the alcohol ink looks when you add the white to it. The way it just spreads out and keeps moving around. It's almost like it's alive. And yep, I really did just pick up that empty bottle again and try to get more color out of it. Sometimes my brain's not always all there, but it's okay. We keep going. Yeah, I definitely added too much of the alcohol ink to this. Bottle says, I have no more in me. I said, you want to bet? If you do find that you have too much of the alcohol inks in them, they don't cure properly. Under the UV light, you can still get the ink on your fingers. So what I did is I poured some epoxy over that, and it did end up sealing them all very nicely. I'm going to swirl the white and the colors together. Wiping the toothpick off every time so you don't incorporate the colors. Give you a close-up view. Those swirl colors are really pretty. And now we're going to demold our eco resin tray that we made. Super pretty purple. Now this part I am going to work on breaking the mold in half best I can. Knowing me, it won't be directly in half because I want to create half of it with one color and half of it with the other color for the final product. See, not in half, but it's fine. We can still make it work. I am right now working on getting all the pieces out of that mold. I left a lot of little pieces behind, so I'm just getting alcohol wipe and cleaning it up. I'm going to add some more powder to our silicone container so we can do the other half color. And you want to place that one half that you're doing back down, upside down in your mold. And make sure you push down on it so it's got a good seal. Otherwise the one color will just seep into the other color from the bottom, and you really don't want that. We're going to do black for this side. And because when you're mixing black with white, it's going to give you a gray, I am going to add more black to it. That way it gets that good dark color. Mix that all up real nice. If you hear any extra noise in the background, I'm sorry. My pitty is a very loud sleeper. Once you've got that all mixed up, then we're going to add that water again to it. And there we go. And again, you are looking for that pancake batter type thickness to it. And then you got me, who adds too much water. Yep, I whole did. Added way too much water. But the good part about that is if you add too much water and it's too liquidy, like you see how that's really liquidy, you just add some more casting powder to it. And there we go, that'll thicken it up. Alright, we just stir that all up. Make sure we get all that covered and pour it in the mold. And then we had some left over, so you want to act pretty quick so it doesn't set in that silicone cup. So we're going to add it here. And we're going to make a little pencil holder cup with that leftover eco resin casting powder. Get that all smoothed out, making sure it's completely covered. Making sure we bring all those bubbles to the top. And you'll see in the next video I add a resin layer to the top of that as well. Alright, there we go. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, working on some new projects. If you liked the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.